Hey, family! Yay! I'm so excited to have my sis on this line talking about all things beautiful. Isn't she gorgeous? Look at that beautiful face. And so, we're going to talk about being beautiful inside out with none other than Queen Shy, who happens to be from the Shy, but no pun intended. By way of Texas. She in Texas, y'all. But anyway, I introduced to you my friend, my sister, my ministerial sister, all things beautiful sister, Queen Shy, Sequisha Proctor. And I just want you all to know that she's going to drop some nuggets. So for all you all that are entrepreneurs or people that, if you're desiring to venture off into the beauty cosmetic industry, she's going to give you a few nuggets to work on. Okay, so it's not as difficult for you that she might have experienced, that she can help you get over some leaps and hurdles. But I want y'all to know I got my throne face on. Can't see my lips, they sparkling. It's not the color I would wear to court. However, after 5, when you want to get a little sparkle on, get your sparkle. Especially for the summer, your skin all glistening and stuff, you got to get your sparkle on. So we're going to start off this conversation with the idea that God made us all uniquely beautiful. Beauty is truly in the eye of the beholder, and he beholds us all day, every day. He beheld us prior to the foundations of this world. So he already knew how beautiful she was going to be in her skin, how beautiful I was going to be in my skin, and how beautiful you are in your skin. And so beauty is individualistic. It's not about you having crow's feet or lines, or what do they call those? Laugh lines and smile lines and crinkles and wrinkles and dimples and its and all those things. But there has to be at some point that you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, I'm all right. I look good. I feel good. Especially when you put on that favorite outfit, you put on that favorite fragrance, you have on your favorite lip wear, you have on that made up face, you got the right hair, whether you bought it, put it on, sewed it in, however which way, cut it off, whatever the case may be. But you feel good about the package that you're in. And so the beauty has to radiate from the inside out. It can't be what you paint on. It can't be what you put on. It has to radiate from the inside out. And so you have to feel from the inside out that you exude some sense of beauty in this otherwise dark world. Because without you, there would be some beauty that's missing. Right? Even the scriptures, talk about the lilies, they don't toil. They don't think about how beautiful, one flower is purple and one flower is pink, or one is yellow. They just know that they're here to add some spice and to add some variety to this earth. And so I want to encourage every lady that is listening, if you don't feel good on certain days, if this is the day that you may not have felt good about how you look. I know I felt that way earlier, with my bum ankle because of the big head dog. And if anybody is friends with me on Facebook, you know what happened to the ankle with the big head dog, Lady Zoe. But you still have to find that innermost little spark. And so who other than Queen Shy to help us to get some added sparks, to have a big old flame of beauty. So if you could introduce yourself, sis. I know I didn't do it justice, but just tell them a little bit about your background.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. I'm actually Queen Chi, even though I am from the Shy, because my name is Chiquita. But my sister calls me Kui, so that's why she jacked it all up. Listen, she's trying to make that connection to the Shy. Okay, we gonna roll with it. But I am a women empowerment advocate, an international speaker, a TEDx speaker. I am a leadership and personal development coach, and I am the founder and CEO of Throne Face Cosmetics, where we are not a cosmetics company, not really. We're actually a movement to teach you how to recapture and cherish those everyday moments that you try to move so quickly through to get to the thing of the day. We teach you how to reclaim those moments when you're washing your face and brushing your teeth and getting your face together with your makeup, because we're all about teaching you how to live in every moment and be present, because those moments are the moments that make up your life. So that's me.
Well, come on with the movement, Queen Chi. I'll go with it, Queen Chi. I like Queen Shy, but okay, Queen Chi it is. So tell us about your entrepreneurial bright light, because I know you were in corporate America at one time, and then you said bye bye, I'm over here. And then next thing I know, you like bada bing, bada bing, bada 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 bada, and it was like bam, 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 bam. So tell us about the bam, 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 bam. She understands what I mean by bam, 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 because that's the way it hit us that knew her, right? And knew her back then, was like, bam, this is what's happening. That's not what's happening anymore, but this is where I'm at. Can you tell the people about that?
Girl, yes. So I was in corporate America, had the good job, Gonna hear you get the good job with the benefits and all that stuff. And I had
Shout out to Tina Turner. Had a good job in the city. Okay, that's my rendition, but keep going.
And I was miserable every moment of every day. Okay. And I was missing all of the things of my life that I valued. I was a mom, and it took me a while to become a mom because I had multiple miscarriages, and I've always wanted to be a mom. And so, but when I got my kids, I'm doing it in corporate America. So I'm not there. I'm missing all the moments. They at daycare, they latchkey kids, all kind of stuff going on. And I'm just like, this suck. But, to the outside people, you're doing well because you got the good job and you're making, the good job money and you got the benefits. You should be happy because you made it, sis. You made it. And I was like, Lord, I know you got more than this for me. Okay. And he did. He downloaded a blueprint of the revelation a year in advance that we were going to pick up and we were going to move to Texas from Virginia because we were a military family. And we began to plan. And I promise you, everyone, all of our leaders was like, I don't hear the Lord saying that. Maybe you need to go check again. All these things. And I was just really starting to step into my prophetic gift and start to trust myself. And the Lord really trained me up in that year to come, listen, I don't care what y'all heard or what the Lord told you. That's your business. But I know what he said to me and I know what he showed me. So come this day, okay? The family of 6, we picking up and we is out of here. Deuces, okay? We gone. And that's what we did. And it has been an adventure. It really has, because I had to strip away all of these things that people had put on me that I thought were me, that I thought was how it was supposed to be, how I was supposed to behave. And even when because I moved here to Texas to step into full-time entrepreneur, there was no plan B. I said, God, I trust you. We gonna do it. We gonna do it. That's just it. Period. Okay. And we did this thing together. And so I went on this journey of kind of finding myself, and I am a learner, doer, teacher. So I learn something, I implement it in my life to make sure that it works, and then I teach it to others so that they can have impact and transformation as well. Because at the core of who I am always a healer. And so went through this whole process of entrepreneurship and found out a lot about myself, what I like, what I didn't like. So my first company was a virtual assistant, okay? And that was kind of a new concept. And so the people, some of them that I had partnered with to help them with their businesses, they thought that I worked for them. They thought I was their employee, and they were trying to talk to me like I work for them. And I'm just like, boo, you're fired, because I don't work for you. I work for me. I'm helping you. I'm partnering with you. And if you can't understand that concept, so I quickly discovered that I don't like people thinking that they could tell me what to do with my own situation. And I've always been a person who teaches. Like in corporate America, I was a trainer, right? So I'm always been one who's teaching, who's training, able to break down things and concepts for people to be able to comprehend, understand, and implement. And so I quickly moved from that into the coaching space, because some of the things of the projects that I was working on as a virtual assistant was helping my clients with creating online courses. And so I'm like, I could do my own online course, and did. And so I was like, I like this space, this coaching space. I like helping people, with their ahas and transformational moments and, moving and ascending and all that stuff. And so I dived in and I started learning all these different modalities of how to help people get lasting results and get them very quickly. And everything comes into alignment. I watched this documentary about Toni Morrison, and I'm the type of person who I do a lot of things, right? I'm an and person. I want to do this and that and that and that, right? But all of this coaching I pay for, y'all, and I spend a lot of money on coaching. They tell you, because they kind of stuffy in corporate America kind of too. So they tell you stuff like, focus on one thing, get a niche, and dive in and streamline and all this stuff. And I'm like, my brain, I understand what you're saying, but I still want to do this and this and this and this and this. And I got the capacity to do it, right? But you're telling me I shouldn't do it because that's not the way. That's not the approved way. And so through this process, I learned that just because it's your approved way, don't mean it's my approved way, because I have to be authentic to what works for me. So my first nugget I want to give you is be authentic to who you are. Receive information and wisdom and knowledge from everywhere, no matter what the packaging is. But you take the meat and you spit out the bones. You do what works for you. And what don't work for you, what don't serve you, push it on to the side and keep it moving. Keep it moving.
Yes, I was hearing that nugget all throughout what you were saying, and another nugget that I heard through what you just talked about was it's both and. It doesn't have to be singular. And it's so funny. We are alike in that way. When I talk with high school students, I talk to law students, I talk to college students. And just recently I was on a panel a couple of months back, and one of them was like, I really love archaeology and digging and looking at, in museums and all that, but I'm in law school. And I'm like, okay. I was like, you think museums don't have lawyers or in-house counsel? You think they don't have suits over who owns what? Is many a country done said, France, you stole this. No, Spain, you stole that. Give it back. All that international law there, you think there's not a place for you? And then you have the foundational baseline to understand the archaeology aspect of it. You could marry both of them. And it was like the biggest, brightest light bulb. She could have been a cartoon character. That light bulb over her head. And I'm not boasting in and of myself, but it's something that we don't think about. We don't think about. And she was not part of our persuasion. But you don't think about how to marry your interests so that you have your passion, and then you have the things that will give you monies along with your passion, while you're pursuing other things. And so the both and approach is so essential. Thank you for bringing that up, because so many times the youth, I think this now generation thinks of it differently, but I would say maybe 2 or 3 generations back, they still have this, I can only do one thing. I can only do one thing. And so when they hear my bio and probably hear your bio, they're like, oh, I can, oh, and oh, it's like an aha moment. So thank you so much for bringing that up. I just, that's wealth in it of itself, if nothing else. So you did the virtual assistants, which is so funny. You ventured out from corporate America. You're like, yeah. And then the other nugget I heard from you is you can have wise counsel around you. You can have those that have your best interest at heart. You can have those that give you that practical wisdom, right? 2 plus 2 equal 4. 0 plus 0 equals 0. So if you don't have no income in, your babies ain't gonna get fed. Your husband gonna be upset. All those things. But at the same time, hearing that push from the Lord, that rhema word from the Lord, and being sure that that's what you heard and venturing out on that, priceless. We're probably gonna have you back on the prophetic end. We're gonna put a pin in that right there, and we're gonna have you back at a later date to talk about that. But I want to venture off into how you help people to find their inner aha. Tell us about that. How you coach people into that aha moment.
Got you. So when we're talking about beauty, there is nothing more beautiful than you living your identity that the Creator made, designed, and purposed for you to be, right? There is nothing more beautiful. There is a confidence and a radiance and a surety that comes with you knowing exactly who you are and what you're purposed for. And so I talked about how at the core of who I am, I've always been a healer. And so the way that I coach is actually a mixture of a few modalities. One is I take my clients through this process of creating this life blueprint, and we work backwards. So there are 12 areas of life, and you vision cast. What do you want your life to look like in these areas, right? And then we build backwards from where you are so that you can see these places of alignment. And once you know what you're building, right? Once you have the blueprint, then you know when stuff comes into your awareness, whether it's in alignment or not, whether this opportunity is in alignment or not, whether this person is in alignment or not, right? This thing is in alignment or not. And you can clearly be able to say, yes, no, not right now, right? And so I teach them how to do that. And we go through a 12-week program of we working on these 12 different areas of life. The other thing I do is I do what's called, it's called, my math just went blank, y'all, forgive me, okay? It's called the emotion code is the modality. And what it is that we are all energy, right? We are an energy source from the Creator. And what happens is when we feel different emotions, we're supposed to feel them. We're supposed to understand. We're angry, we're frustrated. That is a signal to tell us something is off. Something needs to be paid attention to. Something needs to be addressed, right? But for most of us, we feel the emotion and we hold on to it, and it becomes a part of who we are. And these energy sources, emotions and different things, they have their own signal, their own frequency. And so they take up residence inside of you and they're signaling it off. And then they start calling unto itself more frustration, more anger, more bitterness, more depression, right? And you're thinking that this is a natural part of who you are, right? You're just an angry person. You're just a depressed person. But no, baby. You got some trapped stuff up in there from trauma that you held on to that you did not process properly, right? And it could be stuff that was handed down to you through your epigenetics, which is your DNA, your genetic code. We call them, the sins of the father revisited upon the son, So this is the passing down of different things. And so what I do is take them through this process of releasing. those trapped emotions so that you can be free from that and you can not process through that lens of trauma, but you actually can process authentically as who you are. And then there's this other part called positive intelligence. And it really is teaching you how to rewire your mindset and your emotions so that you respond from a place of sage, which is your place of peace, which is your place of innovation, your place of exploration, your place of joy, right? Versus you responding from what we call as your saboteurs, and acting up and doing the things that you normally would do based on your coping mechanisms. So I teach them how to rewire, reverse, and realign themselves properly so they are authentic and they are flowing in their true identity and not this counterfeit version that they learn to be.
Oh, child, that was a mouthful. I'm not gonna unpack it. I just want y'all to rewind, and re-listen, so that you can process all them nuggets that was included in that, especially the idea of processing things that you're holding in. And I guess the greatest thing that I took from that is how you cannot be your authentic self. You cannot walk in your authentic purpose if you're holding on to things that may or may not truly belong to you, sense of the Father, or things that you created, things that you walked into that unadvisedly, or just environmental, right? And so processing those things it's going to be helpful to your growth and maturity towards the end that God would want you to have, which is your best self, your best life, your abundant life, right? And so we got Queen Chi with Throne Faced in all its glory. And so tell us, sis, about transitioning into what we would say the cosmetic industry, which is billions of dollars in the United States alone. We're not talking about the world. We're just talking about United States alone. We from the dollar store to the most expensive counter specialty spa area. We spend some money on things that we think will help us facially, body-wise, internally, outwardly. Whether we're buying extra Spanx for that beautiful dress we want to wear, all of that is in creating this image, right, of our best self. And so tell us about Throne Face and all the different components of Throne Face Cosmetics. Or I'm supposed to say Throne Face movement. I'm correct. Right. It's a movement.
So in the industry of cosmetics, what I saw is that they teach you that you have to put stuff on, pack stuff on in order for you to be somebody, to be seen or taken serious as, a baddie or a this or a that, right? But we are royalty just cause. Like, I woke up like this just cause. I don't need not another thing. And so I'm like, okay, when the Lord gave me Throne Face, it's twofold. We're royalty, we're women, so we're queens. And we rule spheres of influence, right? So how do you prepare to rule in your sphere of influence? It's more than just putting on cosmetics. So we're not just makeup, but we're skincare. And we're vegan, we're cruelty free, because it was very important to me that the things from my line that you're putting on your skin is going to beautify, it's going to heal, it's going to purify and restore not just your skin, but your identity and your self-image to flawlessly beautiful, right? That's a part of our mission. And so when you are, again, taking the time to wash your face, we're teaching you dynamics like mirror work, right? So when you wake up in the morning and you think, you got slob on your face, okay, right here, you got crust in your eye, your wig to the side or whatever, and you like, oh, I look a mess. No, that's not what you're going to tell yourself, okay? You better say, good morning, gorgeous. Okay, this is the time that you pour into you, because if you don't take the time to pour into you, who will? Who will? And so that's your moment to connect with God, the creator, and say what he has said about you. And when you start to affirm yourself and reinforce yourself, and you step into your true identity, and you step into the true self-image of the beauty and magnificence that is you, can't nobody tell you nothing, okay? I could go outside with a holy cut off jogging pants, look like I'm homeless, but baby, she gonna radiate. They not gonna know. They gonna be like, she is the most beautiful, homely looking somebody this day. Because it's not about what I put on the external. It is all internal that is beaming and shining through. So this, whether I got makeup on or makeup off, she is still drop dead, okay? Gorgeous. Why? Because I look like my daddy. Okay. And can't nobody tell me nothing. So before I go out there, what I call peopling, I make sure that I am built up. And I teach our clients to do the same. So again, living and being present in those moments that you rush through. Not enough people spend enough time on self-care and self-love. Or you think that self-care is you taking a bubble bath, or you going to the spa, and you're getting a massage. And those things are a part of self-care. But it is a greater level, a deeper level of self-care that's intimacy, self-intimacy, where you spend time really getting to know who you are, what you like, what you don't like, right? And you really begin to bless yourself, speak well of yourself, love yourself, cherish yourself. And a lot of us, we have wounded little girls and little boys that stuff happened to in our younger years, or we process a situation in a traumatic way, and we're still that age in some area of our maturity. And so these moments where you're pointing to yourself, where you take that little girl or that little boy by the hand and you love on them and you tell them, you got this, okay? You got it from here. You're going to take good care of them. You love them. You're going to protect them. You're going to raise them up. You're going to do this and this and that and the third, to make sure that they're taken care of, which is essentially you, right? It is you. So if you can't look yourself in the mirror and at your very core and think well of yourself and speak well of yourself, then we got some problems. And so
absolutely, I totally agree with that. There are times that I have to reword some language that comes out of my own mouth. I don't feel, as beautiful or radiating as I ought, right, from the inside out. And then someone will say, you really look pretty today, or something like that. And I will literally look down at myself like, you see something I don't? Like, that's so whack. That's so whack. You shouldn't downplay what is radiating through you, even if you don't tap into it. And so what I hear you saying, sometimes those things that radiates outside of you, right? That's that spirit. That's that Holy Spirit that's radiating all over you, even when you don't feel like your best. So it's not based in feeling. It's based in being. How about that? We done coined a phrase. It's based in just being. Not becoming, but just being. And so that's so awesome. And so in Throne Face, you've got lip, you've got skincare, you've got shadows, you've got the full max. I mean, you didn't go like, I just gonna try out the skincare. I just gonna try out the lip and see, and put the fillers out there. You like, all or nothing. Here we go. Doing from the kid and caboodle to the boodle and all there in between. And that's what I love about you. Like, you, for me, you're a go-getter. You are one to encourage without you encouraging, without you saying a word to me. You're an encouragement to me as an entrepreneur. You're encouragement to others as entrepreneur. I know people who have studied under you, have taken your class, and they have ventured off and are going strong. So tell us about the all or nothing, because this thing wasn't like, I just gonna give you one. Here's one little thing. Try it out and see if you like it. No. When I say it's the full product line, from the rooter to the tutor that you might need. I see one of your students has chime in, Venetia. She said, yes, she is. And so just so the audience knows, some way, when I speak, when I have the unmute and Queen Chi or any guest are talking, there's an echo. And so in order for us not to have the echo, I mute myself. So I don't want you guys to think anything negative about that. It's just so that you can hear our guests very clearly and concisely without any interruption, because we want all the nuggets that our guests give, because if they spend their time to provide us these nuggets, we need to get all the nuggets. So tell us about, from beginning to end, I mean, in, I guess, 5 seconds, of how you just went all or nothing. I mean, that's the only way I can describe it. I was so impressed that it wasn't just one thing. It just was like all or nothing. Go ahead.
Well, like I said, I'm an and person. So I'm like, first of all, I found a company that was in alignment with my ideals, right? Of what I wanted to put out into the world. Because I am very particular. If I put my name on it or I recommend somebody or something, 10 toes down, I'm standing on it. I'm telling you, you have my word that this is a good thing, right? And so I wanted to find a manufacturer that would create my products in a way that, again, purify, heals, restores skin, right? And that people could be proud of and be, when they put it on, it created an experience of, yes, this feels good, right? Was the goal. And so I did my homework. I found a manufacturer and I connected with them. And I'm like, I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. And it's still new products that's about to be released for the summertime as well. So we are always still creating and always still continuing to release new things, because as cosmetics, the world, people evolve. We need to be innovative. But the one thing I need you guys to really understand is that shake off these limited mindsets and beliefs, right? We're taught that to kind of embedded in us to be scared to do things because you don't want to fail, right? You always want to be on top, look like you're winning or whatever, but you don't fail. You learn from each try that you make, from each effort, you learn something different. And there is no failure. I always go back to the story of the light bulb. Like, some people would have looked at him and be like, oh, you failed 999 times. But to him, no, he didn't fail 999 times. It took 999 experiences for him to get to that 1,000, right? And so don't be scared of what people would say is failure, because it is in that journey that you really understand yourself. You learn to love the experiences. You're grateful for the things that are happening in your life. And as you move with momentum, I promise you, what you need will show up. People, opportunities, things, they just begin to just pop up like, boop, hey, you need me, I'm right here, right? And then you just keep going, hey, you need some help, I'm right here, But if you think about it, most people in life are watchers. So they're just watching stuff happen on social media. They're just watching life pass them by. They're just mundane, going through their everyday moments like zombies. So when you actually step out and live, right, with intentionality and go for things and, push for things and build things and try things, you are doing way more than most people ever will, which is unfortunate, but true. And so you be the catalyst that can ignite others' fire. So don't be scared to fail. Don't be scared to try, because there is no failure, right? It really isn't. It's all about how you look at it, your perception of how you look at it. So take on the right mindset. Be a critical thinker, okay? We don't have enough critical thinkers in the world. Be a critical thinker. Analyze stuff, okay? Step outside of the emotions of it and analyze, okay, this went good. This didn't go so well. Can we make this go better, or do we need to scrap that and put something else right there, right? So you're always building, you're always expanding. And partnerships, okay? If you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, you need partnerships, you need networks. So connect with other people. So allow them to help you. We cannot do stuff being an island all unto ourselves. And I had to learn that because when I tell y'all, I was groomed to not ask people for help. Okay. My mom was like, you ask somebody for help one time. All right, they don't do it. I got it. Don't worry about it. Okay. That's how we do in the shower. I got it. Don't worry about it. But I had to learn, okay, no, we gonna have to let that go. All right. That served me back in the past. That don't serve me right now. All right, I love you, Ma. But we need to elevate in our mindset and let that go. Critical thinking says we need some people. Okay, we need help, partnerships, networks. Somebody, come on, let's align. Let's build together. Okay, because you cannot impact the globe just by yourself. It's hard out here in these streets trying to do stuff by yourself. So get you partnerships, get you a team, get you a network, and allow people to work in their giftings. Okay, work in their giftings.
Yeah, so I've put right there before your face, so you don't even have to worry about it. There is the website right there. So get your products now. You know, you got graduation gifts you need to buy. You have kids going off to college. They need skincare, male and female. Don't get it twisted. You know, you got birthday gifts. You got anniversary gifts. You got sweetie pie, I just love you so much, today gifts. You got all those kind of gifts. Just because gifts. You can purchase something from this beautiful lady that spent time, talent, and treasure to create something that's healthy for your skin. So tell them about what your product has that enhances the skin level. Let's start with the skincare line. Let's talk about the skincare line.
Okay, so we have what's called Au Naturel soaps. I'll actually put one.
I was about to say, they behind you, honey. They behind you in boxes. I synced them.
So this one is lemongrass and green tea and lemongrass. So it has actual natural ingredients that helps the skin to purify, helps the skin to exfoliate. Like we have an apricot one. We have tea tree oil. So that helps with like people who have acne or things that pop up on their skin, inflammation or whatever, eczema, psoriasis, stuff like that. We have, my favorite one is called the Sunflower Goddess, and it has actual sunflowers all throughout it, sunflower seeds all throughout it, and it exfoliates, and it just feels really good. We have charcoal soap, so for people who have really oily skin, it will pull out all of that oil, so that, if you're not oily and walking around all shiny and having, the problems that oily skin have. We have moisturizers. So we have moisturizers that have hyaluronic acid in it, which is a healing, deep moisturizing, like it moisturizes and illuminates your skin. We have, like, it's so many yummy goodnesses up in these products and it's so many of them that I can't tell you about every last one of them, but it has like we have a lip scrub, and it's mint lip scrub, and so it has like eucalyptus and mint in there, and it exfoliate all that dead skin off your lips, so you just real soft and kissable, and it feel good to be all tingly, like
Come on, wives and husband. Come on, get the tinglies and the kissable lips. That's for the wives and the husbands. Now, for those engaged, be very cautious about the kissies. Okay, that's a different topic for a different day. But go ahead.
So we have, we have everything from soaps to our like face washes is like a milk based wash. because it doesn't have the stuff that make the sulfate, because sulfate is bad for your skin. It's an irritant to your skin, kind of like detergent. You want to be putting that on your face. So we have a milk-based cleansing foam that we use because milk is healing and restorative, and it doesn't have bubbles. It's very gentle on your skin versus other things on the market. And we have toners that it's called tactilizing. So that means go really tight. Tactilizing toners that, pull you up and pull you tight and make the skin taut. So, and then, like I said, we have these different moisturizers, and depending on the moisture level that you need, even people who have oily skin, a reason why your skin pops out so oily is because you don't have enough moisture. And people think the opposite, that, oh, I'm already oily, I don't need to put a moisturizer on your skin. Yes, you do, because that's why your face is like, oh, we dry-ish, so we're gonna make some extra oil, right? And we just all oozy. So you do need a moisturizer, no matter if you have dry skin, combination, or oily skin. And we make moisturizers for all those specific skincare needs.
Do you have any packages right now? I'm scanning the site, and I scanned the site, and you had some Mother's Day items that are still available. There's some percentages off. I think tomorrow is the last day, right? The 31st is the last day. So y'all need to get to tapping and get to getting that sale on. You don't want to miss a sale. We like to sell, we like a good coin savings. I don't care if it's 10, 5, 0.5. We like to see some savings. So don't miss the sale. But are there like packages? So like for youth going off to college, like a combo pack that you sell that would be great as a gift?
It's actually, you are in the river. So in June, we are releasing some packages that are coming, some combination and suggestions that go together. And then we'll also be starting subscriptions very shortly as well.
Listen, I'm all about the packages. I got 2 college students, 2 mentees that are going off to college, so I will be a purchaser of those packages, absolutely. And I know if it came from Queen G, aka Queen Chai, I know that these things are gonna benefit them well, and preferably they'll be lifelong customers after you introduce. And sometimes you have to introduce our youth to good products. They're going to use what their friends use, right? They're going to use what's trendy. They're going to use, I'm not going to mention any celebrities, but what the celebrities use, right? And we're trying to get, not trying, but these items are going to be in celebrities' hands too. And so they'll be able to market it. She'll be able to market it that way. But until then, we are going to put good, healthy things in our youth's hands. And not to mention black owned, black female owned, we are definitely going to recirculate this dollar, because y'all know I'm all about, y'all see my fist? You see my fist? I got my virtual background on because I have to keep the leg elevated, and y'all don't need to see all the contortions got going on here. We're gonna keep it feng shui in the background for this ankle. But we have to recirculate our dollars. And it is so important to support our own. Whether you do once, twice, 3 times, recirculate. And then when you get the flyer, when you connect, when you see me post, or you become friends and becomes a subscriber, spread the word. How hard is it for you to hit share? How hard is it for you to hit enter and do a BCC email stream to everybody you know? You don't have to give out anybody's email, and it's coming directly from you. And better yet, you buy some products just like I did, so that you can be an authentic what? Promoter. You're not just promoting because she was on the show, or because she got a beautiful face, and she does have a beautiful face. Can y'all tell she got children and a husband? Don't look a day over 25. Amen. That's that good stuff. So you want to look not a day over 25 too. And so you need to buy a throne face so you can not look a day over 25. That's what I'm trying to hold on to it, right? And so you want to be authentic in your sales pitch to your friends and your family and say, hey, I've purchased some things. Hey, support our sister and buy the lip scrub. I'm already looking at the lip scrub, but I'm gonna wait till they get the packages out, and I'm gonna do one good package purchase. But definitely, all of us could use a lip scrub. There's one company in particular that I know sells a lip scrub, and everybody know, but I'm not gonna say the name. But they sell it often. What better yet to buy it from our sister here? And it's around about the same price. How about that? So let's convert and let's support our sister here. I did want to ask you about how did you come up with the name? Like, I have some ideas of my own, but how did you come up with that name? It's such a unique name. The logo is fierce. It matches definitely the designer cases that you see in the department stores, that you see at the spas. Definitely you did some good research as to, I want mine to blend, but I want it to stand out all at the same time. And so how did you come up with that name? Or did the Holy Spirit just give you that name?
You got to spend time, okay, with the one who knows all things, okay? For real, y'all ain't got to be guessing out here in these streets. It's like an open book test with life. A lot of times, we just be struggling for no reason. But me and the Lord, we joke a lot, okay? And cause I'm silly, I am silly. And so this movie, I can't think of the movie right now, but they be like, they was actually talking about sex, but the little kids was around and they was like, what's wasted mean? They was like, chocolate wasted, right? And so I'm thinking about that at the same time we doing this trying to figure out a name or whatever, because I had other recommendations. You should call it your name. And I'm like, I don't really feel that, but okay. So I was like, throne faced it. Throne faced it. I like it. I like that. You like that? I like that. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah. So then if you could be like, yes, I'm throne faced it. Because, I'm from the inner city of Chicago. And although I'm very classy, I'm still also rude. It's all in there, and it works because I'm an and, right? I told y'all I'm an and. I'm an and. And so, yeah, I really got that download, just playing around in the presence of the Lord. And I said, okay, I like that one. And then I kind of threw it out there. They was like, I like that one, but what if you named it Queen Chi? And I'm like, okay. And I, went further into research. The Lord always give me stuff. And even if I don't want to do it, I'll be like, I know somebody else got this name. And I go to Google and research, and it don't even exist. The two combinations of the word ain't never been paired together, never. And I'm just like, okay, you're so wise. You're just so wise. Thank you for your wisdom. Thank you for your knowledge. I appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and slap that on there. And then when I was designing the logo, I was just like, okay. And, at first I always be doing too much. So it had a crown on there and a little triangle at the top and all that stuff. And I sent to my friend, I was like, what you think about that? She was like, this, it's nice, but it's real busy. It's busy. Okay, let me go back to the drawing board and start taking stuff off, right? And I got to that and I said, that's it right there. That's it right there. And we moved forward with it. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, being your most authentic self. Like, me and Kina, we was talking before we came on here with y'all, and we talked about competition. There is no competition. I'm my only competition. Am I better in the next moment than I was in the moment before? I only compete with me. I don't care about nothing y'all doing. Okay. I'm gonna celebrate you. I'm gonna push you on, egg you on. Come on, you can do it. All that because I want you to be who you were created and designed to be. But that don't impact nothing I'm doing. I don't care. And I was talking to this other lady, and she was like, well, you might not want to tell us I know you're coming over here, you want to tell us your trade secrets or whatever. I said, I don't care. You can have them all because I live in the river. Baby, let me tell you something. Revelation just flow. So what you take, that was last year revelation. Go ahead and get it, baby. That's what worked for you. But I'm trying to tell you over here, it be raining over here. I take it. I don't care.
And that's so essential. And yeah, off the camera conversation, I don't view people as competition either, but that's the way that's the world's view, right? When you have a product and somebody else has the same product, then you all are competing. But if you look at your cosmetic case, just look at your cosmetic case. How many brands, manufacturers of lipstick do you have in there? I can tell you I have at least 30 in mine. Throne Face is one of them. And so that's not competition. That's both and. That I've supported 30 different companies. All, maybe not all at the same time, but in intervals of time. So it's so true that when you look at your closet, you don't just have one designer or if you want to say thrift store, wherever you got your clothing. You don't have just one name brand on a particular item. I don't care if you got it from the thrift store. I don't care if you got it from the dollar store. It doesn't matter. You've got several different names in your closet. You wear several different names on your feet. Whether it's the dollar store jelly flip-flops or it's the expensive designer flip-flops. But you have several, right? Even the appliances in your home. Now, there's some, with appliances, some people are like, I'm only going to do this kind of appliance because they work for me. That's all well and fine. But the average person is going to have several. And so it is both and. Queen Chi, it's both and so I appreciate your authenticity of saying, hey, this river flows constantly, and just as God gave me all these different revelations about my path, he can give you all those different revelations about your particular path. And maybe we intersect and maybe we don't ever intersect, but just know the river flows. It flows right into what? The ocean. And the ocean is voluminous. Right? And so there's so much that we can take just from this conversation alone to encourage each one of you all. You can apply these nuggets to anything that you're doing, no matter what it is that you're doing. So you be encouraged today to seek for the revelation, but be authentic in your quest. So Queen Chi was talking about how she and God have those conversations and joking and silliness, and how he was giving her ideas and giving her wisdom about how to choose a name without toil. What if she had chosen a name and it's got 50 other people out in this world using the same combination? Then she's toiling over. Then she's got to go back to the drawing board. But had she just sought the Father like she did the first time, there's no toil. There's no toil. So it was just so much wealth here. I'm encouraged. How about that? If didn't nobody else get encouraged, I'm encouraged. But I know others are encouraged. And wow, the hour is here. Like, did we? Okay. So I'm like, but we just hit the surface. Okay. So when she voluptuate, I stole that from Jamie Foxx, from the Jamie Foxx show. I will say that. I love that word, voluptuate. So when she voluptuates even further than she already has, hopefully you'll come back and share the newer revelation and product line that you have. We did put a pin in that prophetic thing. We put a nice little pin in a bow. It's right there. It's right there, over there. But any last words for our viewers that are going to view it today, or viewing it right along with us, or that will view it at some other time, or how they can connect with you, even to even take your course, because she's still in the teaching business too. It's both and, remember, it's both and. So, how they can connect with you to get some one on one coaching and, any of those ideas.
Okay, so you can connect with me on all platforms. My handle is at Crowned Queen Chi. So Crowned CROWNED, Queen QUEEN, Chi CHI. That's me on all platforms. You can just shoot me a DM and then we can, talk, get together, schedule a time to talk so I can find out, what's going on with you, because coaching is not cookie cutter. It's about your individual needs and where you want to grow to, right? So building your specific blueprint and working together to bring that to fruition. So yeah, you can connect with me via DM that way. My last words to you would be, don't waste time being a counterfeit version of someone else when you have this beautiful wealth of authenticity and realness that is you. There's only one you, and you do yourself and the world a great disservice by trying to live out other people's experiences, out other people's mantles, out other people's identities. So spend time with yourself and the creator, really getting to understand and know who you are and what you were purposed and sent here for, because it is great. It is beautiful and it is magnificent in all of its ways. And we are waiting in expectation for you to show up and to shine luminously like nobody's business.
Well, on that note, I received my shine. I received my encouragement for today, to move forward in some projects that are coming up. So we appreciate you. We will be purchasing. That means all of us, y'all. So I done dapped into y'all purses and into y'all wallets so that you all could, now if you give me your credit card, I'll hook you up. I'll get you some stuff. But I'm going to be looking out for those care package. I'll call them care packages. I'm not sure what you will call them, but for my two mentees that are going off to college, definitely I want them to have some good stuff, so that they can feel their best self as they walk into freshman year 2023, in their various subject matters. I'm so proud of them both, and we just appreciate you. We appreciate all that you're doing for the kingdom, for all of us as women, to be encouraged by just watching. But you don't want us to just watch. You want us to join the, not mad race, but join our own race to the best self that God has for us, and so that we can illuminate. And so I thank you all for joining us today. I pray that you were enriched. I hope you got some nuggets. If you miss some, just roll it back. It'll be here for you to review again. And thank you, Queen G. We appreciate you, sis. And
My
go
pleasure.
to thronefaced.com and get you some good stuff. It's going to be amazing. So for now, we're going to say goodbye. His bride's intimate conversation is going to take a break. There's some things that we're going to be doing so that we can start afresh. We'll probably start back up in September, but be on the lookout. But we're going to take a break for the summer. We have done at least 22 shows in 2 years. That's a lot for us new people. And so we want to do some reworking, some redoing some things. And so keep a lookout. So what a wonderful way to end this intimate conversation year with this beauty right here, and with some beautiful products to illuminate our bodies for the summer. So thank you so much. We appreciate you, and bye for now, and we'll be back. We'll see you real soon.